Okay, funk. For a drummer born in the late 80s, like me, or after, the term funk can be a bit ambiguous. What is funk exactly? When we hear a beat, it's hard to know. Is it funk? Is it rock? Well, they both have a backbeat, so how do we know? The first thing that comes to mind when I hear the word funk is syncopation. When accented notes come on weak beats, like off 16th notes, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, or different parts of the triplet or swung 16th notes, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. That is the start of something funky. Here's an example of something funky using the concept of syncopated accented notes. 3, 4. Three, four. That was funky. This is something grooving, but not necessarily funky. 3, 4. Notice that while that beat was in the pocket, it's not really syncopated. Now, funk really took off with James Brown. He had two drummers who were very instrumental in developing the language of funk music. They were Clyde Stubblefield and Jabbo Starks. Clyde Stubblefield is actually the most sampled drummer ever because of a drum break he played on a James Brown cut called The Funky Drummer. That drum beat is sampled on literally thousands of other tracks. Seriously. I'll play it slowly for you and then gradually speed up. 3, 4. Notice the constant 16th notes on the hi-hat, as well as the tight open-close sounds. 3, 4. I'm opening the hi-hat exactly on a 16th note and closing it exactly on the next 16th note. It's got to be tight. Also notice how the accents are syncopated, played on off 16th notes. If you were to count 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, syncopated accents would be on the E and the 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a. Funk beats are generally repetitive and depend on being played right in the pocket to be effective. If you want to be funky, you've got to place all those beats in the right places and make sure everything lines up very well. It also helps to practice with a metronome. If you want to hear some other great funk artists, check out David Garibaldi from Tower of Power, or Zorro, he's a drummer. Any James Brown recordings, Parliament Funkadelic, Sly and the Family Stone, maybe some Prince. Even the Red Hot Chili Peppers are really heavily funk influenced. There's tons of great funk out there to be inspired by. So keep practicing and keep it funky.